up, Bay Area? It's your boy, Mighty Joe. Welcome to another episode of the Patchbay. Today, we're bringing on our first musical guest, a dynamic duo straight out the Bay Area. But before we do that, we're going to listen to their latest single right now. And we're going to do that right now.
Ajgod, Jasmine.
It's the Patchbay. Let's go.
Ajgod on the beat.
Don't really have much right now, just a little bit of trust right now. Don't really have much right now, just me and you, what's right now? Don't really have much right now. Still, we gon' get it poppin' till the sun go down, down. No more of that, stuck in the past, want me to dance, baby. Ain't got no cash, still like it's snatched. I'm on a dash, I'm blazing, still going out. Yeah, I got doubts that I just might not make it, but I'm still alive for something. And that's all, mama. Can't even lie, say I don't be stressing. I might have problems right now. I ain't got nothing to lose, so I'll give it my all. If I happen to fall, I'll pick myself back up and try again. Don't really have much right now, just a little bit of trust right now. Don't really have much right now, just me and you, what's right now? Don't really have much right now. Still, we gon' get it poppin' till the sun go down, down.
Hey, every season I be Ken Griffin, filtered out like 4 kidneys. Hospitable to success and live with me, so I get evicted and I'm still lit it. I boss up Bruce Banner, kick off Bruce Lee. New vision imprinted, more passion, ooh wee. All in it, authentic, poppin', carbon, and yo, time ain't free. Off the porch, yeah, my true north be the sky, baby. God endorse me, making hella noise like a new baby. Hey, what you mean, like really though, I really go. Heavy drive, 10 muscle cars, hey, way past Murphy's Law. I tend to manifest gold out of this job.
Don't really have much right now, just a little bit of trust right now. Don't really have much right now, just me and you, what's right now? Don't really have much right now. Still, we gon' get it poppin' till the sun go down, down. You got every right to throw down right now. You got every right to throw down right now. You got every right to throw down right now. You got every right to throw down right now. Every right to throw down, yeah. Every right to get loud. Considering all of the shit that go down, all of the shit that go down, yeah. Every right to throw down, every right to get loud. Considering all of the shit that go down, yeah. All of the shit that go down. Don't really have much right now, just a little bit of trust right now. Don't really have much right now, just me and you, what's right now? Don't really have much right now. Still, we gon' get it poppin' till the sun go down, down. Don't really have much now, just a little bit of trust right now. Don't really have much now, just me and you, what's right now? Don't really have much, just a little bit of touch, but we gon' get it poppin' till the sun go down. Get it poppin' till the sun go down. Get it poppin' till the sun go down.
All right. That was right now. How you feeling today? Talk to me.
What's good? What's good?
Yeah.
Let them know who you are.
I'm Ajgod, Jasmine.
Yeah. This Ajgod on the mic. What's up with y'all?
That's it. So as far as that's you, both of you as a collective, as an individual, Jazz, why do you call yourself Ajgod, Jasmine? And how'd you come up with Ajgod?
So Ajgod, Jasmine is a name I feel embodies the essence of my spirit. So honey is the byproduct of bees, and bees are so integral to this planet. And sometimes I feel like a bee, right? Like I'm not necessarily out here trying to hurt nobody, I'm minding my business. I'm sweet. I like to pollinate the things around me, but it actually hurts me more to sting somebody, if you will, right? Because bees die when they sting people.
True, that's very
and
true.
I think that speaks to their nature of like, they really, the last thing they want to do is hurt somebody.
Right.
Because they would literally die if
Right.
they do.
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Right. You know, like, I'm very empathetic, so I do have to be very careful about where I place my energy. And they're super tiny, and I feel like as a petite person, I'm like, my value is sometimes underestimated. And so I love the powerful nature behind bees and how they're so small, but they get a lot done. And with gold, I've always loved the color gold and the value that it brings to the earth. And, you know, the fact that was the currency of a lot of our ancestors, and it's always been found valuable. You know, I don't even know if there's been a time where it hasn't, but I feel like gold, they're going to stay around because they naturally conduct energy. It's just valuable. And then my actual government name is Jasmine. So
right.
I was going by Honey Gold at first, but then I was like, nah, I want it to feel well-rounded. Like, you get that personal side of me, that vulnerableness in that name. So I'm like, you know what? Let me put my name in there. And it just started rolling off the tongue.
Yeah, I did the same thing. You know, my father passed away when I was 7. And, you know, everybody in the industry knows me as Mighty Joe, but I was like, man, out of respect for my father and in memory of my father, I want to make sure that people see my last name. So if you look at any of my credits on any records, it always says Joseph, and then it says Mighty Joe in quotation. So it'll say Joseph Mighty Joe DiStefano, and I always try to make sure that I put that name out there. So I definitely can appreciate that too.
And you know what? That is really beautiful that you say that, because I actually didn't mention that Honey is also inspired off of my grandfather. So before he passed, he developed Alzheimer's, and my daughter would constantly go over there and like always try to interact with him. She didn't know him in the way I knew him, and he was super jovial. He was the one that had everybody on their neck. He never really wanted no drama or nothing like that. He was also a Libra, so he was born like 3 days before me. So we always had this like running thing where, you know, we like banded together, and she started calling him Grandpa Honey because my grandma was taking care of him, and she called him Honey, you know, just term of endearment, being married. And she started, I guess, thinking that was his name because she was so young. And so Honey is also inspired off of my grandfather, and I'm proud to be able to carry his ancestry with me in some kind of way.
Right on, rest in peace. That's what's up. That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. How about you, Aj? Where'd you come up with your name?
Yeah, so, you know, my rap name was given to me, you know. So I've gone through a couple rap names. I used to be known as Scholar, you know, as in like a scholar, but it was an acronym, Securing Knowledge as a Leading African. I've always had this like kind of ascension mindset, you know, always wanted to bring some of my introspection and my observations of the world into my writing, like from a street intellectual point of view. Sure. And I feel like I've always kind of been like a polymath and interested in different things. And so my homie, my name is Ajgod, AJ Man. And so my dad named me, and it has the meaning of a strong leader. And so I feel like I've kind of looked at that as a pole position, like something to reference whenever I'm living my life. So the name Ajgod came about because a homie of mine, Stunts, who I met through this organization called Determination, he used to always call me that, you know, like based off of me always being into different things. And he used to just call me Ajgod all the time. And I didn't like it at first. It just didn't sound like, you know, some names have to grow on you. Admittedly, sure. I feel like Ajgod is one of the names that you might be like, Ajgod, you know, but once you kind of see how I'm coming, you kind of see where my mind is. And so the whole story of it and how I kind of inserted it into my life is Ajman is like where I am. I'm a man, but at the same time, I'm aiming for ascending to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily a religious thing. It's more spiritual. Just like I'm trying to level up to God's status. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely. Be the best that we could be.
Exactly. So once I started looking at it, like it really matched my mindset and how I looked at things. So I just said, you know what, I'm gonna just roll with it. I'm Ajgod, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's okay if people don't get it right away. Like I feel like even if it takes a little bit, it'll hit them on a deeper level than the surface name that just sound cool. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of came from, you know, a homie who I feel like kind of got where I was coming from. They gave me that name and I just accepted it and ran with it.
That's super dope. So when we do actually kind of get back moving forward again, what is it that you enjoy the most? Or maybe even you enjoy it all together, but do you enjoy being in the studio, writing songs, performing live, or all the above?
All of the above, but you know what? My personal favorite is the creation phase. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where I'm the most free and just like, yo, what can we create? What story can we tell? How can we relate what's happening internally and put it out, you know, in a way that's dope? And that progress from beginning, like, oh, this may sound kind of rough, but the soul is there and then it becomes slowly more polished. I love that process, bro.
That's dope. As far as, do you both like to collaborate with other artists, or do you think that kind of slows you down at times? Does it get in the way?
I see the value in collaborating with people, but I think for me it's the latter of what you said. I feel like in a way sometimes it does slow me down, and I don't know if it's that kind. I don't even necessarily know what it is, but and you know what? I think actually I may have an inkling. Like I'm a loner in a way. Like I'm introverted. I could be social and whatnot, and I can host shows and whatnot, but I don't get my energy from people. I get my energy from internal, and so I feel drained sometimes, and I feel like I just work best alone. Like I can kind of be a lot more free, and I'm trying to come up out of that. I do have a couple of features that I'm working on right now, so if y'all listening to this and I'm about to work with you, I love you, but I'm trying to get used to.
We're not going to hold it against you, Jazz, I promise. We can go into when we connected over at Zoo Labs. What were your first thoughts when you found out that you were going to be working with me?
First of all, I was like so juiced because when I heard about the people you've worked with and just like your professionalism off tops, it was like when we walked into Studio B, you were automatically like, what y'all need? Y'all good? Yeah. And it was a different experience because I've had experiences with engineers where you walk in and they're just so like stank. Like, you know, they don't really...
I see the grumpiness. Look, at the end of the day, it's a creative environment, and my job is to bring the best out of the artist. And if I'm not doing that, then I need to go.
I feel like, to have an engineer that's like really performing with your music and wants to see it be the best, you know, I feel like that's so much of an enhancement to whatever you already put on the mic, right? Because an engineer, of course, their job is to make it sound good, but it's like, yo, I mean, yeah, you were hella personable, like, and hella excited to make the song whatever it could be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that energy of going over and beyond just makes the experience like that much more. It gives a little more flow to it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like you don't want somebody just to be a body in the studio because everybody's energy adds or takes away. Like Always. It's just the mathematics of it. So if somebody's just being kind of standoffish, it might kind of, make you feel like, okay, well, you know, you're doing your job, I guess, but nah, like we want somebody that's like, nah, like, okay, what's the thing that's gonna make this song like dope, or what? How can I just be positive with y'all?
Right on.
And so, yeah, man, that was one thing that I noticed. Like Zoo Labs is super official. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, so this is the caliber of the folks that we gonna be working with, and that got me excited, man, because you know it's usually amateur hour. So
right. So now, want to kind of get into moving. What's next? What are you guys currently working on? You know, what's the next big record that you want everybody to hear?
Well, this is actually great timing because our song "Everything That Makes Your Heart Beat" just went live. On all streaming platforms, and so that is our next single. It honestly, I feel like it kind of does a little bit of a 180 from right now.
That's cool. Versatility.
Yes, a lot more of a neo soul vibe, deep grooves, it's deep. I feel like this one it goes a little more deep than right now. It's a lot more like, in the sense that I'm saying, like, look, I'm an independent artist out here and I can't just be like rushing into the industry just because I just want this fame or I want this money. Like, I gotta actually know the game, and that's how my dad raised me too. Like, I've always known I wanted to be a singer, and he would just print out articles and give me certain pamphlets and things that had to do with getting my own independent grind on.
I think that's what it's all about. It's definitely about, you know, resilience. This game is not for the feeble-minded, for the weak-minded. It is definitely for the strong-minded, and resilience is key, because it's not if you're going to get knocked down. It is definitely when. And it's up to you whether you just want to say, man, I'm done with this ish, or are you going to say, nope, I'm going to step up to the next challenge and we're going to make this ish happen. And when everybody else drops out the race, I'm going to be still in it. So just don't forget, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Well, everybody out there in the world of the Bay Area and beyond, we appreciate you tuning in to this super dope episode of the Patchbay. Please be safe out there. Continue to show love, and we'll see you soon. It's the Patchbay.
Platinum records and all the gold chains. I gotta know myself, I gotta know the game, yeah. I'm so wavy, baby, I ride my own wave. Also fluid in the way that I move. I do what I do, cause I got nothing to prove. My blessings, they're all mine. So me, I gotta live my truth, so I can free my mind. I gotta stand for something. I gotta stand for something. So I don't fall for nothing. No, I can't fall for nothing. No. They'll do anything, everything, your energy, and everything that makes your heart beat, and everything that makes your heart beat, and everything that makes your heart beat, and everything that makes your I'm alive, I would never sell my soul. And as long as I'm alive, I will always be gold. And long after I die, my vibe will never get old. And long after I die, my story will always be told. Man, as history unfolds, we gotta question what we're told. What good is being woke if your action never spoke louder than your words do? What's your verb do? My word is bond, and I'm humble with my virtues. Ain't gotta sneeze in my presence for me to bless you. I'm trying to give you life but kill you with these lines too. No, you can sense the truth behind these bars. And if you don't stand for nothing, you gonna fall right where you are. So why? So why? I gotta stand for something. I gotta stand for something. So I don't fall for nothing.